Hello everyone, welcome back to my additional mathematics channel. For today's video sharing, I will discuss about 10 questions of the trial exam PENANG Paper 1 2020. Let's get started with the practice of the Paper 1. Have fun! So let's solve the initial equation 3 power k equal to 7 power m. Hence 3 is equal to 7m over k. This is equation number 1. So now 7 power m equal to 63 power n. 7 power n. 63 is 9 times 7. So power n, so 7m is equal to 7 power 1 times n, 7n, right? Times 3, 2 times n, right? The power, okay, you need to multiply. Now we are facing not the same base, so we will substitute 1 into 2 so that we will have the same base for initial equation. 7 power m equal to 7n times 7 m over k and then multiply by 2n. Hence, we can solve because both are having the same base. So we plus because of multiply. So now we just focus on the power. 7 power m equal to 7n plus 2n bracket m over k. So we will just equate the power. Hence, m is equal to n plus 2, okay, n m over k. Now I'm going to factorize the n, so the balance inside the bracket will be 1 plus 2 m over k, right? So now I must make the denominator the same. So m is equal to n k plus 2m over k. Hence n is equal to m multiplied by k over 2m plus k. So this is so-called express n in terms of m. Okay, let's see question 2. Show that the expression is divisible by 8. If a number divisible by 8, it must be multiple of 8. Okay, must be multiple of 8. Example 64, alright, is can be divided by 8, right? So 64 is 8 times 2. Alright, so we need to do something until you can see 8 times something. So 3 2x plus 2 minus 3 power 2 for 9, right? X. Okay, so now you still remember there is a index law saying that am times with the an is a power m plus n, right? So we are going to use this initial law to expand. Okay, so let's expand 3 2x plus 2 by using this law. I'm going to write the law for you. ax times ay is ax plus y, right? So now we are going to do reverse way. So when you see plus, you make it multiply. Alright, this way you are very expert, but expand back, you must practice, okay? When there is a plus, you must multiply with the same base. So you have 3 2x plus 2, so you write 3 power 2x times multiply 3 power 2, right, minus 3 power 2x. Why we need to do so? Because we need to factorize the 3 power 2x. Can you see there is a common factor there? That is the common factor that you can factorize. Okay, so we are going to factorize 3 power 2x. Alright, so after you factorize, you can join the two terms. Alright, now I'm going to let 3 power 2x equal to one subject, so that easier for you to factorize, make it easy. So I'm going to write 9y, right, because 3 power 2x is y, so it's y times 9, so I can write as 9y, and then minus y, right, because 3 power 2x, so I'm getting 8y. Can you see there is a multiple of 8? There is a 8, right? 8 times y. So the y, what is the y? The y is 3 power 2x, so you have to write back. Okay, so that is how you factorize. Once you get this answer, it's actually telling me that this term can be divisible by 8 because it's multiple of 8. It's 8 times 3 power 2x. That means if x equal to 1, it's 8 times 3 power 2, which is 8 times 9, 72, is divisible by 8, isn't it? So we just express as multiple of 8. Multiple means it must be multiplied by another term. Okay, so whenever you see this kind of question, you have to do until this way. Don't simplify to 24 to power 2x. That is totally wrong. Okay, 8 times 3 cannot be 24. I noticed that many of you you simplify like this, which is totally wrong, because when you want to simplify like this, you must make sure the power are the same. Alright, so if 8 are having power 2 8s and 3 also having power 2x, so you can multiply 8 times 3, become 24 power 2x. Alright, so you must actually get used to the initial law. Okay, so there is a law say that AM times BM equal to ABM. They are having different base but having the same power. When the power are the same, you can multiply the two base with one power. This is very powerful law. Please remember, we seldom use it, but it's very useful. So we must follow the law of indices. We cannot go against the law. Alright? Okay, so this is about the indicial equation, which is I guess many of you still wonder how to do, right? So now I'm going to show you why you cannot multiply. So 2 times 3 power 2 is 2 times 9 is 18. So if you write as 2 times 3, 6 power 2, you are getting 36. So they are not the same. Proceed to the next question. So this is about the perpendicular lines. AB and DC are perpendicular. So when you see perpendicular, you find the gradient for line DC, which is m1 negative 4. And the other equation you have to express in gradient form, which is y equal to b over ax plus c over a. So that means the gradient is b over a. So this is the m2. So the gradient should be equal to 1 over 4, right? Because m1 is negative 4. So m2 should be 1 over 4. Hence, your b is equal to a over 4. Because the question asking for express b in terms of a. So the next question, they ask you to find the point of intersection. When you have the point of intersection, you have to use simultaneous, right? So you let both equation the same, equal, okay, y1 equal to y2, and you solve it, you will get x equal to negative 20 over 17 and y is 63 over 17. So you solve it carefully. I'm sure you can get the answer. Alright, so this is coordinate geometry. So the concept they test you is perpendicular and also the point of intersection. Remember, when you see two lines intersect, please use the concept of simultaneous equation. Substitute one into another one to solve the x and then solve the y. Okay, understand? So you can give the answer in decimal. It's okay, but make sure it's 4 significant figure. Okay, 4 significant figures. So don't worry about the answer. It's not always integer. It can be fraction, it can be decimal, it can be any number, so long as your concept is right. Okay, keep on doing, and so that you can memorize the concept. Next question is the linear law. So you're given the non-linear equation y equal to 4 over square root x minus square root x over 4. So this is a non-linear equation because the power of x is not 1, right? Okay, so now we will convert to linear equation by apply linear law. So we will focus to the graph. The graph is given big Y is square root xy. So then we have to times the square root x both sides. So we will get big Y, y square root x equal to 4 minus x over 4. That is how you start. Okay, always focus to the big X. So y square root x equal to negative 1 over 4x plus 4. Write again in y equal to mx plus c. The y now is a big Y, and the big Y consists of baby y and the square root baby x, small y, small x, right? So then you can read the gradient is negative 1 over 4, and the c is actually 4, right? So now we have the point on the equation. Whenever you see the point on the equation, lie on the equation, you can sub the point into the equation. But bear in mind that this is a big Y and big X. The points are big Y and big X, no longer small y and small x. So now we are going to substitute the point inside there. So negative 6 equal to negative 1 over 4q plus 4. Hence, you can solve the q is 40, 40. Logic, right? It's 40, positive. Now we need to find the x-intercept. In order to find the x-intercept, it's very simple. You just let y 0. Alright? So if you let your y 0, okay, because at the x-axis, y value must be 0. So based on the big Y equation, okay, so we are going to solve it, and we will let it equal to 0. Hence 1 over 4x equal to 4. So x is equal to 16, right? So that is the x-intercept for the straight line. Okay, so that is how you solve the x-intercept. See, this question is a bit challenging. Okay, integration means area, right? So integrate from 2 to 5 for the function dx is equal to positive or negative 9? It should be negative 9 because it is not area. When you integrate, the area actually is positive, but the value of integral is negative because it is below the x-axis. So now you're asking to find the integral from 5 to 2. So the limit is upside down. So the answer will be positive 9, because when you have the reverse limit, the value will be negative, right? So it's negative and negative 9, so it becomes positive 9. So this is a bit confused to many students. So integrate from 2 to 5 fx dx plus 2 to 5 4. So the first step is we have to split out, okay, into two terms when you see question like this. So with the same limit and with the dx, all right? Okay, remember what I say? The step 1 is you separate out with the same limit and the dx. After that, you substitute, all right? Integrate from 2 to 5 fx dx is negative 9 plus with the integration of 4x, so you will get 4x squared over 2, right? And you substitute the limit inside there. Before that, please simplify 2x squared and then from 2 to 5, right? So when you substitute, you always substitute the upper limit minus the lower limit. So it's negative 9 plus the 2 times 5 squared minus 2 times 2 squared. All right, so it's actually 2x squared, limit from 2 to 5 after you simplify. And after that, you need to substitute the upper limit minus the lower limit, okay, to get the answer. And finally, your answer after you simplify is, okay, so you will get, okay, now I need to explain to you why it is negative 9, because it's integrate from 2 to 5 fx. So you have to use the integration value. You cannot use the area. Many of you are very confused between the area and the integral value, which are actually totally different. It depends on the area. Where is the area? Okay, by referring to the axis of the x or y. Okay, so the area can be positive or negative, depends. So after you simplify, you get answer 33, right? Okay, let's proceed to the next question. Can you hear the chirping of the birds? It's nice, right? Okay, let's proceed to question number 10. Diagram 10 shows a trapezium, right? With a sector, all right? So with the two sector, actually, one is quadrant, right? So we have trapezium. So we are going to focus on how to find the area of the trapezium, right? You have the height, which is 5k, and then I need to find the length for A. A is a shorter one, which is actually 12k. That means B to C is 7k, right? Okay, so then AE also given is 17k, right? So now we are going to find the area. So we label the AE is 17k. Alright, there is a longer length. We have a shorter length, which is 12k. So the area for the AE is 17k. For the trapezium, we need these two lengths. So area is equal to 1 over 2 times 17k plus 12k, and then times to the 5k, right? This is the area for trapezium. So if you simplify, you will get 29 over 2k, and then times with the 5k. So you have to press your calculator to get the answer, right? Okay, so you get the answer how many k square, all right? So we can only simplify until how many k square. So it's actually 145 k square over 2. So we leave it first. So we are going to use the trapezium minus out the two sector. One of the sector is actually obviously is 90 degree, this one. So you don't have any problem. So you can actually use 1/4 of the circle, 1 over 4 pi r square, right? So it's 1 over 4 pi times the 5k square. So it's 25k square over 4 for the quadrant. Now, how about the sector for the other one? I'm sure you will wonder what is the angle, right? Is it 10 degree, 20 degree, 40 degree, 45 degree? You're not sure, so you have to work out the right angle, triangle. Every time if you are not sure about the angle, you always think about try to go. Okay, so now I'm going to use the trigo. So I will connect the point from F. I will connect to the point B so that I can see there is actually a right angle triangle, right? So now we are going to find the theta, because without the theta we cannot find the area for the sector. So my sector is 1 over 2 times 5 square root 2 square, and the theta. How to get the theta? So I'm going to work out a right angle triangle. So can you see that? The length are equal, 5k and 5k. And how I get 5k is 17k minus 12k, right? It's 5k. Isosceles. So it's 45 degree. 45 degree convert to radian is pi over 4. So hence you can try to simplify the sector for sector number 2, which is 1 over 2 5 square times square root 2 square. Square root 2 square is 2 times pi over 4. Okay, so I'm showing you how I get the 5k. I'm taking 17k minus 12k, alright? So that's how I get the 5k, and I discover they are isosceles, and it is 45 degree when it is isosceles. So hence I will get the pi over 4. So now I'm getting area for trapezium, area for the sector for the quadrant, and area for the other sector, which is I'm going to simplify now. So I will actually write 1 over 2. 5 square will be 25, right? Alright, and then square root 2, when you square will become 2, right, times pi over 4. So I can cancel out the 2, because the square root 2 you square it becomes 2. So finally you will get 25 pi over 4, alright, and then k square, right? Okay, now we have all the answer ready in terms of the k. So we can actually simplify by taking area of trapezium minus area of the sector 1 and area of the sector 2. And finally, you need to simplify your answer to the simplest form. Okay, so area for the quadrant is 25k square over 4 with a pi. Don't forget the pi. Okay, now we are going to substitute and we are going to simplify so that we will get 72.5k square minus 12.5 pi k square, right? Always double check so that you won't miss out the pi. Okay, so this is the final answer, I guess. Alright, so let's proceed to the next question. This question is hot question because it actually tests you what is nonagon. Nona means 9 side, alright? We have hexagon is 6, alright? Hepta is 7, okay? And then octa is 8, nona is 9. So we need to list out all the sides in terms of arithmetic progression. So the first term is A, second term is A plus D, A plus 2D with a common difference are D. So the ninth term will be A plus 8D, right? This is a formula. So it's given the information that the longer term is T9 is 7 times the shortest term, 7 times the first term. So now A plus 8D equal to 7A. So that means 8D equal to 6A. So it also means that A is equal to 4 over 3D. So we can't do anything. So we label as 1. So let's get the information from the question. So the most important information is actually this is arithmetic progression. And the longest is 7 times, okay, the length of the shortest length. We have solved this, right? Now we need another information to get another equation, because if you have two unknown, you must have two equations, then only you can solve simultaneously. So yes, the perimeter of nonagon is 72 centimeter. So when you add up all, you sum up, you get the 72. So S9, Y9 because it's nonagon. So S9 is 9 over 2. I'm going to use a plus last term, okay? because I have the first term is a, the last term is a plus 8d. You can use a Sn equal to n over 2 2a plus n minus 1d also can. So I think this is simpler. If you have the first term and the last term, you can always use this formula. So you simplify, you will get the equation. Alright, so the equation is in terms of a and d, and then let's simplify. Alright, so this is equation number 2. Now we are going to substitute a into a equal to 4 over 3d into 2, which is equation number 1, okay, into equation number 2. Alright, let's substitute carefully. So we are getting 4 over 3d plus 4d equal to 8. So hence we made the denominator the same. It will be 12d over 3, right? For 4d, make the denominator the same. So you will get 16d over 3 equal to 8. So hence you will get d equal to 3 over 2, right? Are you getting d equal to 3 over 2? So with the d equal to 3 over 2, you can substitute into the a. So the a is 4 over 3d, right? So it's 4 over 3 times 3 over 2. So you can cancel out the 3. And finally, the a is 2, right? Alright, so we have successfully solved the arithmetic progression, which is a bit hard, right? So that's all my sharing for the paper 1 Penang. I'm going to share with you more video like this if I have time. So till then, I shall see you in my next video sharing. Bye bye and have a nice day.